Let's talk about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is when you do something that's against your best interest, despite having the capacity to do otherwise. It's like shooting yourself in the foot when you're trying to run a marathon. And let's face it, we've all done it at some point in our lives. Maybe you've procrastinated on a task that you know you should do, or sabotaged a relationship with someone you care about. It's not uncommon for people to self-sabotage without even realizing it, and it can be difficult to break out of negative patterns that prevent you from progressing in life. So, let's dive into the most common reasons for self-sabotage. First on the list is lack of self-worth. When you don't believe in yourself or your abilities, it's easy to settle for less than what you deserve. This is especially true if you've experienced abuse or neglect during your childhood, which can lead to feelings of low self-esteem. You may have been told that you're not good enough, or that you'll never be able to do anything right. So, you don't even bother trying. Second on the list is fear of success. You may be thinking, how in the world could we have fear of success? It may seem counterintuitive, but fear of success can make you doubt your own abilities and become overly critical of yourself. You may also worry about how success will change your relationships with others. This often leads to behaviors such as procrastination, self-doubt, and avoidance, which ultimately prevent you from reaching your goals. Third on the list is fear of failure. Yes, fear of failure will sabotage you. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the idea of not succeeding and to get caught up in worrying about the potential for failure. This fear can lead you to set up roadblocks and make it harder to take risks that could bring you closer to your goals. Fourth on the list is familiarity. Sounds weird, right? But hear me out. It's easy to fall back into old habits or make assumptions based on past experiences. Familiarity creates a sense of comfort and safety in your mind, even when it's bad for you. You feel like you know what to expect and how to handle the situation. So, you let your guard down, instead of approaching the situation with the same level of awareness and intention as you would if it were new and unfamiliar. Fifth on the list is inconsistent or conflicting thoughts. When your thoughts are at odds with one another, it can be hard to take action and make decisions. This can be especially challenging if those thoughts conflict with your values or beliefs. When you're uncertain about which thought to follow, it can be difficult to make progress, and you can start to doubt yourself. Sixth on the list is social or peer pressure. Yes, we do care what our friends think. When you feel pressure from your social or peer group to conform to certain behaviors or beliefs, it can be challenging to stay true to yourself. You may find yourself making decisions that don't align with your values or goals, just to fit in or avoid conflict. Lastly, the need to be in control can also lead to self-sabotage. For some individuals, the idea of failing without any control over the situation can be terrifying. These individuals prefer to control their own failure rather than be blindsided by it. By sabotaging their own efforts, they feel like they are taking control of the situation and preventing a potentially worse outcome. Obviously, this approach is counterintuitive and can be harmful in the long run, as it causes them to give up or make decisions that are not in their best interest. At the end of the day, self-sabotage can have a significantly negative impact on your life. It can impede you from attaining your goals and cause you to miss out on opportunities. Self-sabotage is a tricky thing to recognize, precisely because it often manifests in subtle ways that may not be immediately apparent. For instance, you might not realize that you're sabotaging your own success by procrastinating on a task, or by consistently choosing partners who are bad for you. However, there are some signs that can help you recognize self-sabotaging behaviors. For example, if you find yourself consistently failing to achieve your goals, or if you frequently engage in negative self-talk, it may be a sign that you're sabotaging yourself. Other signs of self-sabotage include difficulty making decisions, feeling stuck or overwhelmed, or experiencing feelings of guilt or shame. Additionally, if you notice yourself engaging in behaviors that you know are not in your best interest, such as excessive drinking or drug use, it may be a sign that you're engaging in self-destructive behavior. To overcome self-sabotage, it's important to understand the underlying causes of your behavior. As mentioned earlier, common reasons for self-sabotage include lack of self-worth, fear of success, fear of failure, familiarity, inconsistent or conflicting thoughts, social or peer pressure, and the need to be in control. Once you've identified the root cause of your self-sabotaging behavior, you can begin to work on replacing those negative beliefs and behaviors with ones that are more supportive of your goals. This may involve challenging negative self-talk, learning to set realistic goals and boundaries, practicing self-care, seeking professional help, or working on building healthier relationships with others. Ultimately, overcoming self-sabotage requires a willingness to be honest with yourself about your own behavior and motivations, as well as a commitment to making positive changes in your life. By recognizing the signs of self-sabotage and taking steps to address them, you can begin to unlock your true potential and achieve the success and fulfillment you deserve.